Welcome to another Explainer. So let's just dive right in, shall we? Today, we are looking at July 17th. Honestly, it's one of the absolute greatest dates in all of math history, and you're about to see exactly why. We're going to be jumping through the timeline today: 1831, 1899, 1912, and 1975. Across completely different centuries and countries, these brilliant minds forever changed the world we live in today. Let's start things off with a bit of a mystery. Have you ever actually wondered how engineers figured out the precise dimensions from massive feats? Enormous bridges, towering skyscrapers, way before the pocket calculator or the computer even existed? How did they juggle all those insanely complex numbers without losing their minds? Well, the answer takes us all the way back to July 17th, 1831, to a French artillery officer named Amédée Mannheim. What's really brilliant here is how he solved this massive bottleneck. He perfected the modern slide rule by adding this really elegant glass runner, what we call a cursor today. This one simple, clever addition meant complex calculations could be worked out super fast without losing intermediate results along the way. He basically gave us the ultimate tool that engineers worldwide used to literally build the modern world. And this really highlights his legacy. The Mannheim slide rule became the standard, everyday, go-to tool for scientists and engineers everywhere. Think about it. Pretty much every major bridge and building from the early 20th century was calculated on a device that he perfected. Okay, so we're still on July 17th, but let's fast forward a bit to the year 1899. Think about this for a second. How do experts actually crack secret codes, or, say, read ancient languages that literally nobody has spoken for centuries? To the untrained eye, it just looks like complete chaos, right? The answer actually ties right back to an incredible guy named Charles Graves. He passed away on this exact date, July 17th, 1899. The really crucial point is how he tackled the unknown. We can actually read the mysterious 4th century Irish Ogham script today, those markings carved into ancient stones, specifically because Graves figured out a mathematical way to decode it. He basically tabulated the sequences of the ciphers and compared their frequency to no letters. It's actually the exact same foundational logic that helps us decrypt data and keep our internet passwords secure today. He proved that no matter how chaotic a code might look on the surface, the patterns of repetition always give the secrets away. Math just has this way of finding the pattern in the noise. Moving right along, same date, just 13 years later, different country and a way bigger idea. Let's jump to 1912. Let me throw a pretty deep question at you. Is the geometry we use every single day, the shapes and rules we all learn in school, is that the absolute, undeniable truth of the universe? For that answer, we turn to the legendary French mathematician Henri Poincaré, who, you guessed it, died on July 17th, 1912. Poincaré proposed this completely mind-bending idea. He suggested that, through natural selection, our minds adapted to the external world, and we basically just adopted whichever geometry was the most advantageous and convenient for our species to use. It totally flips how we see math. It's not just some distant, cold, universal law. It's our ultimate biological survival tool. We literally just use the math that helps us navigate our physical world the best. This really makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about straight lines and curves, doesn't it? As he put it, geometry isn't true, it's just advantageous. One single date, so many incredible stories. But let's keep going and jump forward into the modern era, specifically 1975. So what do you think happens when a brilliant mathematical mind hits a wall? Like an obstacle they just can't seem to solve? Do they just sit there staring at a chalkboard until genius magically strikes? Actually, no. Enter modern math detective Terence Tao, born on July 17th, 1975. Tao showed us that the real secret to a massive breakthrough isn't just raw, isolated genius, it's actually about reviewing previous research. When he hits an obstacle, he looks for similar problems faced by others, adapts those older techniques, and uses them to smash through completely new barriers. It's a great reminder that we build our future by standing squarely on the shoulders of the past. As he famously noted, by looking at past patterns and getting a fresh perspective, you can make more crucial progress in a handful of minutes than you could in a whole week of struggling by yourself. It's such an awesome lesson in collaboration and how looking backward is often the best way to move forward. And that brings us right back full circle. Every single person we met today on this timeline, Mannheim, Graves, Poincaré, and Tao, from entirely different centuries and countries, they all essentially asked the exact same fundamental question. They all wanted to know, what is the pattern hiding inside the chaos? And because they had the curiosity to ask that question, our world today has incredible technology, secure digital codes, massive bridges, and just a way deeper understanding of the universe. So I'll leave you with this thought. What patterns will you find in the chaos today? Thanks so much for exploring this amazing date in math history with me.